So, you found my video. You found my OCs. Okay, alright. You know what? I'll do something for you. Since you found my OCs and you may or may not attack them on ARTFIGHT. I don't know. Maybe I'll give you the dits so that you could survive this onslaught that's about to happen. Here's a video rant of each and every single one of my OCs, like a little short blip. I'm doing this last second because originally this was supposed to be out the day before I'm putting it up, but we had some technical difficulties. But now I'm back and you get to listen to me ramble about my OCs for 30 minutes. Yay! Hello, hi, my name is Ross. I'm an artist. I draw many things. I love horror and aliens and mermaids and all kinds of cool, funky stuff. Besides that, enjoy. Oh, and also, good luck on ARTFIGHT, everybody. Alright, here's the first rant, I guess. This is Betty, and Betty is currently the mascot, pseudo-facto mascot of my channel. She is manipulative, she's a thrill seeker, she's really terrible, she shows everyone underneath the butt, she's a stalker. What else is there? She's actually one of the worst people ever. You would not want to be friends with her. If you ever meet Betty, do not talk to her. She is bad news. She is the, omen of bad news. Very unpredictable, very much deserves a punch in the face, as, drawn here by my friend Gray. Oh, bless his heart. Yeah, no, she's just really terrible. I only used her as an icon because recently I've been hyperfixating on her because I just think, wow, what a fucked up person. I want to know how her brain works. And she was originally created as an antagonist for a story of mine that I never really got to roleplay out, but I will. Sorry, Blue and Jack, if you know who you are. But I'm not gonna get into spoilers about her story. There's so much to her that I could not cover in here. But she's probably one of my favorite OCs right now. And honestly, if people draw her, I might bounce off the walls. I mean, that goes for everybody here, but especially her. But I want it to be known, she does not represent me at all. All of her ideologies and everything, that I do not agree with any of it. She is terrible and she is bad. And I am not her. That's all I wanted to say. But thank you for everyone who left compliments. Anyways. This next character is Matcha. Oh, Matcha, you sweet little thing. Oh, you little alien little thing. She's a sugar slime, and she comes from a story of mine, original story of mine, where slime people and humans coexist and have sentience and yeah. And there's like a whole society and slime religion and everything. And anyway, she's kind of a weird one, as you could tell, because she's an alien. She thinks she's an alien. She loves dressing up in rave gear. She loves dancing. She loves reading about aliens and comics and stuff and comic books. Oh, she loves comic books. Her whole life is just work at boba shop, buy comic book, sleep at home after reading comic book, repeat. That's her whole life. I love her a lot. There's not really much to her besides that she does have a boyfriend, but I didn't put him on ARTFIGHT this year because I only wanted to put one slime. And I put Matcha at the top of my list because she's brand new and she's so cute, and I really want art of her because I don't have much art of her. And I think people would have fun with her design and stuff like that, with the milk swirlies on her ruff and everything. So yeah, that's really about it when it comes to her. Oh gosh, she's such a sweet thing. I love her. Oh, and also, I forgot to add this too. She is a omni-romantic, so ship her with everybody, please. She'll kiss everybody. She loves people. Alright, I already talked about these fuckers in the other video I made about Just Dance OCs, so I'm not gonna talk about them here, but here they are. They're cute. And then here is Mascot. Mascot is a horror OC, and he's the only anthro character that I have on my page, unfortunately. They're very scary, very creepy. They can be any sort of mascot. This is just the default mascot suit they wear. They make their mascot suits, or they modify ones that are given to them, and they're really in character, but they do not talk. They're kind of like a mime. And they're really fluid in their movements and stuff if they want to be, but other times when they step out of character, they just stand there and stare as if there's no soul or person behind the suit. Kind of scary. But I love them to death, and I don't know. There's not really much to say about them. They love cartoons and stuff like that, and they like to, be around children and stuff, and they love to entertain people. So if you laugh, hopefully they won't kill you. I don't know. We don't know what's much about them. They got kicked out of school. There's that. We don't know why. There's a big old zipper on the back. Don't know why. There's... Oh, and please draw them in clothes if people draw them. Please. I only made the rough naked so that people could see the patterns, but yeah, that's really, I don't have much else to say about that, buddy. Midge! Midge is my Worthy Kids OC, my Big Top Burger OC, and he's a clown, as you guys can see. Oh, he's so... What a guy. What a guy. He literally just sits there. He shows up to work like every 2 months. If you don't know what Big Top Burger is, go watch that on YouTube, Worthy Kids. Go look that up. Go look at Big Top Burger. Watch the entire thing. It's so funny. It's so good. No, he shows up to the food truck like every 2 months, and it's like, well, you guys are not gonna believe what happened, and then tell like the most like boring ass story ever. But no, he lives a very silly little life. Always starting bands and then disbanding them because he's not the best at keeping up with people, and he really appreciates the small things in life. Like right in this photo, he's rambling about how great it is that we exist in a time and place where this sandwich exists. Yeah, he's very he's appreciator of all things small, and he's really chill, I feel like. Not really good at flipping burgers, not really good at playing trumpet, but he does both. And he kind of reacts to everything around him with a slight sense of awe and whoa, but like, I don't know, he kind of acts like he's stoned out of his mind, I'm gonna be so honest. He's very silly though, and I love him. So for all the clown people, if they want to draw a clown, there he is. And then the next one coming up is Opalite. Opalite is kinda evil. Not kind of, he is. Like, he's like, basically, if you imagine like Betty and Opalite, they're like on the like end of evil, and then on the opposite end, that's like all the goody two shoe characters. Yeah, he's really terrible. He's a alien made of stardust, condensed stardust. So Team Stardust, there you go. There's your fucking representation. He's evil. He's manipulative. He's motherly. He's sadistic, mentally sadistic. He doesn't actually turn on people physically. He's an Among Us OC, so that's why he's just been C-Spoot. But look at him. Look at his design. He's so fucky. Please keep the bowl cut. That's the only thing I ask. And keep him brown. But he's such a fucker, in a positive way. I love how there's stuff on his profile that describes how he is, and he has a playlist and everything, but he's just such a little smiling little freak of something, of the space, and I love him. He's, they're quite odd, them. What else do I even say about them? I would love creepy art. I'm not gonna lie. I would love like anything that's creepy or like really uncomfortable in nature. Uncomfortable not in terms of gore, but uncomfortable in terms of like psychological. I think that'd be really cool. And also silly stuff of like him getting beat up. I don't know. I think that'd be funny too. But that's all. That's all I had to say about him. I love him. And then oh here we go. Okay, Monab. She's a stalker. Okay, I know my track of characters, they're all just kind of varying levels of mentally ill and unstable, but like, what else do you want from me? She's a stalker. She has really, really bad, pushover type vibes to her. She works as a hotel receptionist. There's multiple AUs of her, and all of them kind of revolve around her wanting to be recognized and wanting to be seen and wanting to be loved and appreciated. And she loves Valentine's, and she loves anything that's like romantic themed and stuff like that. And she's one of the few characters that I encourage suggestive art of. Like, I'm actively kind of, not looking for it, but that's kind of like what I use her for and purpose her for, mostly. But she's very sad, too, so I would suggest people to be wary when they read her profile. And she also has a boyfriend on her profile, too, that I put on there, that has a little bit of lore. But she's very sweet, but also very creepy. So I would like both creepy art of her, because she's a horror character. You're not supposed to idolize her. She's terrible. But I would love creepy art of her, as well as, like, sweet, suggestive stuff of her, and stuff of her boyfriend. That's all I really have to say. Oh, Knives! Okay, Knives belongs to the same story as I almost said Benji. Benji's on somewhere else. He belongs to the same story as Betty, and I'm not gonna get into it because again, it's spoilers for Off the Radar. But if you want to go read on his profile where I have all the lore, please go do that. He's so traumatized. He really needs a break. I would love art of him just, you know, chilling out and being nice and enjoying his favorite things. He loves fried rice. He loves doing hair care. He loves music too. Tyler the creative fan over here. I love him. Please be nice to him. Okay, and then Clay. What do I say about him? Wow. These kids have a really bad track record of being really weird. He's an otaku. He's a shut-in. And he's a robotics-loving nerd. He originally was a Dead by Daylight OC, but he's kind of multi-fandom now, as most of my OCs are. And he's kind of a wimp. He looks really, really mean in a lot of his art, and he has a lot of better art on his ARTFIGHT profile. But he is like a wimp. He's a wimp. He's a coward. He has like little to no backbone. Unless he doesn't want to do something, then he'll sit there and whine and kick his feet. He's just very. He's not what he looks like, is what I'm saying. He's very much but he's sweet. He can be sweet, and he tries to do the right thing. He's just terrified of like literally everything, and he wants to build himself like a robot waifu at some point. I cringe saying that. He loves anime. He knows about really obscure stuff. Like, you probably could sit there and geek out with him. And he has a roommate that's gonna come up in a bit that has to put up with all of his shit. He's also allergic to cats and doesn't like wearing layers or jewelry, but wears it anyways because it makes him look cool. Oh, and he works at a mall. Alternative store. Control Alt. That's what it's called, because, haha, he's a nerd. But that's, oh gosh, he's silly. I don't know. The meme art of him, honestly. Go ahead, go crazy. Go nuts with him. I don't know. He's a silly guy. Oh! Okay. Oh, music's picking up. Tosh. Oh yeah, that's the roommate. This is Clay's roommate in most AUs, but it's not actually canon, because, there's, like, certain plot holes between their lore, because they both belong to two different fandoms. But anyways, Tosh is primarily a Danganronpa OC, and he, there's stuff on his profile about it, but he's just very abrasive, and he likes to punch things. That's, like, his thing. He loves being violent. He doesn't love it, but he's very abrasive, very rowdy, very much would cut somebody out for Clay type thing, even though he's, like, tinier than Clay and everything. Like, he will take on the world for Clay. They're buddy, but he's like two peas in a pod type thing. But he also bullies Clay a lot to himself because he kind of has to. I mean, to be fair, he kind of carries the household. But that's neither here nor there. I love Tosh though. He's very memey. I have a video I might put up about him, or not about him, but it's a little stupid animatic type thing. He is very aggressive though, and he loves to also. Oh yeah, he's a cheapsake, so he likes to do couponing type stuff. He loves going thrifting, like everything. He'll do anything he can to save a penny. Mostly because he came from a rough background. He's very sad in that regard, but. Oh, he's so... I love him. Oh, also he's trans. I mean, most of my characters you can't do that, but I just wanted to add it in last second. Oh my gosh, Siri! Oh my god, Siri! Okay, sorry. I got excited. I got too excited. Okay, Siri is a really old C of mine, and before Betty existed, there was Siri. Before Siri, there was nothing. When I'm telling you, she was my everything, I genuinely mean it. She was my everything. She's a little tiny hologram girl. She's like 5'3", I think, with her platforms. And she has like these really thick platform boots. And she's basically like a rip-off Vocaloid. And she gets sad when people compare her to Miku because she's not Miku. And she'll sit there and frown and cry. And she's very expressive, but she always looks like she's sad or moping around. But that's just how she's designed. She's a Danganronpa OC, or she was a Danganronpa OC. But you can draw her as a Splatoon idol too because she used to be a Splatoon idol, or you can draw her as an Overwatch character as an Omnic because she used to be an Omnic. Ah, she's so cute and sweet, and I love her. She's so airheaded and bubbly, and she loves psychedelic music. She likes, like, I think of, like, Tame Impala and, like, MGMT and stuff like that, and Molina. I have a playlist of her linked somewhere, but, oh my god, I'm freaking out. She was my everything. She was my everything for Betty. We need to go back to Siri core. No more Betty. She's ugly. We're going back to Siri because she's so little and cute. What else is she? She's based off of a robot. She thinks she's a robot, but she's aware. She's also aware of the character that she plays, and she's kind of like her own celebrity type thing online. Yeah, she performs for people. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's all. Oh. Nadia! Fuck! Why did it take me a second to realize who she was? I was just staring at her like, oh, pretty woman. Okay, so Nadia, she's a JoJo's OC, and she is Russian, and she's a parkour artist. She's a little kitty cat, and she's so kitty, and she's so sisterly and sweet, and I love her to death, and she works for a smoothie shop. I think I might have already mentioned that. But she loves, like, parkouring. She basically came from a very oppressive childhood, so that manifested into her as an adult trying to embrace her kittiness and stuff like that, and she has no shame. She's so sassy. She's catty. She's, like, brave. Like, everything. She's not really spooked easily by most things. Like, she has quite a strong front, and I love her for it. She approaches things with, like, a very childlike nature, but she still is an adult, obviously, too. So she has the knowledge and wisdom of an adult type thing. But I think she's, like, 24. I think I put on everything. I don't know. But I love her to death. She forgets her own birthday. She also, mostly speaks in Russian, but she can't speak English. She's so cute. She's based off of a Russian band, Tank. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Forgive me if I did. But, and she has a stand, too, that basically allows her to glide like butter across things. And it's like this little glittery substance. And you can look at it on her ref. But, oh, I'm so happy that I put her on here. I kind of forgot that I did. Hi, Nadia. Welcome to Art Fight. Oh my god. Okay, we're getting intense now. We're getting intense now, guys. Okay, so this is Champave, or Champave, and Roulette. Oh my god. But I just call them Rue and Champ. Champ, they're both split Sunosies, and they're both idols, and they both run a casino in New Conchella. And the lore is that they created the shot machines that are in Splatoon 3, and they're both just really bougie, really upkept, really snooty. A lot of other idols and other towns don't like them because they're very snooty, and they think that's like Mr. Krabs type beat, or they're like, oh, they're really greedy and like all about money and stuff. But really, they came from a very rough upbringing and stuff and background, so they kind of like pride themselves on it, maybe a bit too much. Neither of them really play turf war that lot, but they have their own game modes they love to play. And Champave is the more loud, outspoken one of the two, while Roulette is more quiet. Roulette's on screen right now. Champave was the champagne themed one. They both dance together too. They're both dancers, so there's that. But they aren't romantically involved. I don't want to get that mixed up either. They're buddies. They care about each other a lot, like on a deep level, but it's not like a romantic thing because Champ is lesbian and Rue is straight, I think. I don't know. I think he's straight. I have to go check. But yeah, that's all about them. I loved him and I put them on here for the Splatoon buddies. So have fun. Okay, I had to take a breath. Okay, this is Miwa and Maki and Ravon. Okay, so Miwa is the one with the beret, and she's really sweet and quiet, and then Maki is the police kid, and then Ravon's gonna be the red kid that shows up later. But, okay, all three of them are like little kid OCs of mine. They're all buddies, and they all go to the same school together, but they all also have different AUs of each other that are separate. I love all three of them. I could not dive into their personalities here, but Miwa's really shy, Maki's very brave, and loves attention, and Ravon is kind of a crazy fucker. I'm not gonna lie. He's rowdy. He's very much I don't know, lemon demon coded. Let's just say that he's crazy. He thinks he's a scientist and everything. But I love all of them to death, and I would prefer if they were drawn together, but I don't care if they were drawn separately. They're just all little sweet buddies. That's all. They're just sweet little buddies. Miwa's the shyest one of all three of them, but she's probably the most mature one. And then Maki's like a police officer, loves to beat up people for them. Maki will flip over people for these kids. They have each other's backs till the end. I love them. That's all I can say about them. Yeah. And then we're getting to the final branch now. This is Birch. I did the pun unintended. This is Birch, and she's a really old OC of mine. She's a Fire Emblem OC. I used to be into Fire Emblem when I was like a kid. That was like my shit. A lot of Nintendo stuff. And Birch in particular, I redesigned her. This is her redesign, and she's a mannequin, or she's a dragon person, so she can transform into a dragon. I don't have a rep on ARTFIGHT because I never ended up drawing it because I forgot. So if anyone wants to design her a dragon, I am down for that. Go for it. Do whatever the fuck. She's supposed to be based off like a seahorse type thing, so I guess if you want to go off of that, you can. But oh goodness, I don't know. I love her. She's related to a canon character named Tiki, which was basically like a princess that's really powerful. But she's like her granddaughter or something. But she's on a mission. She left her little kingdom, Birch, to go find out who her father was and her relatives are, because she doesn't know nothing about them. And she's very samurai-like and stoic in her nature, and very determined, except when she's turning into her dragon form. Then she kind of gets a little nervous. She kind of gets a little scared. And oh god, if you want to add details to her outfit more, go ahead. She's probably like one of the more detailed designs on here, but oh, I love her. Have fun with her. She's silly, and I love her, like everyone else. Okay, this is Dewberry. Oh god, I just realized I don't have any other art of her besides the pride flag one. They are apagender. I don't know how to pronounce it, my bad. But they are also a Fire Emblem OC. They're beastkin, so they can turn into an animal, like a shapeshifter. But instead of turning into like something really cool, like a giant ass wolf or something, they just turn into a little cat. And they are not very proud of this, and they were raised amongst humans in like a snowy mountain type thing. So they kind of just keep themselves. Yeah. They're supposed to be an NPC, but I guess do whatever you want with them. I used to love them a lot. I don't know why I don't roleplay them anymore, but they're here. Oh my god. Am I done? I think I'm done. Oh, and the clock already strikes, so this will be going up once ARTFIGHT's already started. Well, that's cool. I I don't really have much to say. Was I forgetting anyone? Oh my god, Ciambella! Okay, I'll put art of her on screen really quick because I forgot to conclude her. But Ciambella is another OC of mine. She's a JoJo's OC for part 5 specifically, and she works for a mafia gang, and she's Italian, and she's sweet, and she's a golden retriever personality despite her appearance looking kind of more professional and gloom, and I love her. Besides that, good luck everybody on Art Fight. I will be uploading videos throughout Art Fight, or at least a video. I'll try to do one. If I can't do one during Art Fight, I'll do one after the fact. Of, what do you call it? Of all my attacks that I end up receiving, or of the attacks I end up sending out. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know what my plans are. But I hope everyone has a good Art Fight, and I hope this video is helpful in case the site goes down. And I'll see you guys there. Alright. Bye-bye.